With Aric Almirola, guys. Woo!
Smoke
means
big
trouble.
crash. Well, fourth caution of the night, Aric Almirola with damage. That's David Strimmy going down low through the grass.
Yeah, looks like Strimmy was trying to get to the bottom and Ambrose was there.
Yeah, and the wreck happened. There was two wrecks, as you see it. You saw Strimmy. You saw Strimmy and Ambrose up ahead, and then you saw the one car, and don't really recognize which one it is, but you see Strimmy and Ambrose. They get together right here. These two cars, and you see the 51 car. I don't know if he gets hit from the behind.
I don't think he got hit.
Or if he just jumped on the brakes and the thing turned around on him, and he gets down into the 43 of Aric Almirola.
3 wide, look out, contact the 88. He's around, hits the wall once. Another car spinning down the backstretch. That's Brian Scott, Ryan Truex, Brad Keselowski. He's involved. There's Almirola again into the wall.
Yeah, just not enough room right there.
Boy, Kyle makes it, and there's where Carl gets tagged.
Yeah, Casey Kane did get some damage on the front end there.
It's tough enough to go 2 wide here. At Darlington, 3 wide is obviously impossible without crashing. So disappointed that everybody couldn't just relax for just a corner at least and let things sort out. Try to go 3 wide through 1 and 2. I mean, it's a product of what we got. Those guys come down and race, and they just race for fun, and we're racing for a championship. So not the way we wanted to end our night with our GT Vodka Chevrolet. We were decent. We weren't good enough to win, but I felt like we were capable of running in top 10, maybe even top 5 if we kept working on our cars. So this is not a good way to finish.
It goes down, especially after a comment like what we just heard Aric Almirola say. That hurt. Probably didn't have any warning as to when that was going to go on him.
These long straights here, if you do have a problem with the right front, the angle of impact is always is tough. It always hit. You don't hit head on, but you hit at an angle that really hurts. You heard him say how it hurt, and that doesn't surprise me.
You see a lot of fluid coming out from underneath the car. Let's take a look at what happened.
Yeah, he's already in the wall, but you can see there's he obviously had something go wrong, and where he is against the wall at that point, there's nothing he can do. He was along for the ride.
And around goes the pack in the middle. Darrell Wallace Jr. gets caught up. The big one happens just as they go through the tri-oval. Back up into the wall hard, Brendan Poole. Aric Almirola caught up in this in the 98. The caution comes out.
Gets hit by the 3 car, pushes him into Brendan Gaughan, and then it's on from there.
Daniel Suarez caught up in this as well. Regan Smith.
Look at the job right there. Casey Kane in the 88 gets on the brakes. The crash happens, gets off the brakes, back on the gas to drive out of it.
Trouble on the racetrack. The 51 of Aric Almirola into the wall. Now that was the big question. Would teammates have the same problem?
And less laps this time, only about 30 laps since our restart. So
a lot of times you engineer these things, you design them out to get the most grip and put as much load on the tires as you can. Obviously something went wrong with the design on the front ends of the 51 and 15 trucks because it abused that right front tire. They want to get all the pressure on those tires they can get. It's going to make it turn through the corner better. Sometimes you overload it with pressure. It makes it fast for a while, but it won't last.
This is what Matt Crafton saw when he was driving down the corner. You see just up ahead.
Wow. You know how violent that is.
Oh, trouble, Brent straight away. 3 wide and 2 cars pile hard into the wall.
It's a terrible wreck. Mark Martin got into I think it was maybe the 43 of Almirola. They came together, and that really created this huge crash. Almirola's got a nice run. He's up along the side of Martin. Jeff Gordon up on the outside over here. And right here, it looks like Mark maybe gets a little loose or maybe cuts down trying to make that dog leg and gets into the side of Almirola. And I thought these cars were going to go over right here. They got up in the air pretty good.
Riding with Stenhouse.
21 still in there. Watch those 3 wide cats ahead of you here. Watch it here.
Momentum off a turn when you're on that
Spin
outside.
turn 2 hard, car in the wall, and it's Aric Almirola.
Well, that's hard contact, and he got into. Here comes some more, guys.
Yep, Casey Kane couldn't miss that one.
Somehow, I'm not sure Casey Kane, I don't know if he ever hit anything.
And you'll see the 8 car come into view.
It's just up high there, and that thing just hooks. Back end comes around and he corrects it and it turns straight left. Straight right, I'm sorry.
I believe you're right. I believe Casey did not hit him.
What's this here with Casey Kane?
Yikes.
Oh, he did. Just caught him.
He just nipped him.
And I said, what did you fix?
Whoa,
He says, well,
trouble on the back.
Trouble on the back once again. The
All
9
the
of
cars.
Ambrose goes around, as does the 1. Jamie McMurray, our reigning champion. Brad Keselowski torn up. Regan Smith in the 51.
Both the
Casey
Penske
Kane's
cars.
involved.
24, we're done.
And Darrell, I don't know who it was, but somebody changed lines.
Yeah, I saw him
and
moving.
there wasn't a hole there.
I saw him moving back there. Somebody made a move, and there wasn't even where to go.
Joey Logano's in it. We're hearing Aric Almirola potentially in this as well. And that caught up almost everyone.
That was a. Oh, can we run that one right there? I think that told us more of a tale right there, what we just saw in that replay.
I think what I saw was when the 9 started to pull down, the 99 was going to go to the outside and fill the gap, and he clipped him as he goes by.
A little tighter view.
Wow, look at all these cars.
There's the 99. That could have been the 88 that was up there with Dale Jr.
I believe it was. They're all black primers for
It's
the
hard to
most part.
tell. It's hard to tell.
Oh, Denny Hamlin not going to get this one back. Hard into the wall behind him. Matt Kenseth, Menard, Vickers, and more. Look at this pileup. Only Stewart in the middle of that. Keselowski, Truex. What a mess. Aric Almirola.
Well, like a couple of things going on right there. The 55 looked like it cut off Matt Kenseth. I'm not sure if they're related or not.
Yeah, it looked like Vickers was trying to avoid maybe the 11 as he got really sideways. I don't know how Denny Hamlin saved that car once again. Let's see right here. You can see that kind of 15 kind of sucks Hamlin around right there, and as Vickers was trying to avoid that, he moved up into Kenseth, and then that started all of this.
Oh, trouble, big trouble, big trouble.
Mid-pack. Sliding and spinning into the infield, McMurray. And sliding up the racetrack, 1 car. Going to coast to the bottom, that's Aric Almirola.
I believe he blew a left rear tire. That thing started wiggling around, and as he came into the tri-oval, it spun out, and when it came to a stop, you can see the left rear tire is completely torn apart. So I think he had a cut tire, and the thing just got away from him.
Watch that orange and black number 1.
Yeah,
right side of your screen.
Right here. He starts wobbling right here, and then the car starts goes around, and it looked like a top. I saw that orange car just spin around, and look at Tony Stewart right there getting right through that mess.
Well, Stewart did get some damage in the first part of that crash,
yes,
though, Darrell.
he did.
Miss Sprint Cup as the big one's happening once again, coming out of turn number 4. Into the wall, Kyle Larson. Multiple cars sideways. Martin Truex Jr., a lot of damage to the front end of his car. Aric Almirola also involved.
We've seen this time and time again. The 20 tries to come down on the 5. I don't know if he actually makes contact with the 5 or just the air gets him loose. Man, and then it's just a mess, right? When you have trouble in front of that many cars, there's just nowhere to go. You see the 9 spinning, trying to avoid it. Once the smoke is that thick, there's just nowhere to go.
All these cars behind him right now, they're just trying to find somewhere to go, but there just never is. You just keep piling in. You're on the brakes. The guys behind you are running into you. You know, it's just a big. This is
turn 4. Car hard on the wall. Aric Almirola.
Hey up there, bud. Just go ahead and stop. Looks like the fire's out. Go ahead and get out. Go ahead and get out. Just stay
Caution
close to the car.
out just after Denny Hamlin and Mark Martin pit. Doesn't get much worse. Really good to see this young man out of the car. Just unfortunate. What a fast race car he had all day.
Yeah, you see getting the wind of that down while he's got some fire. He's reacting pretty quickly to that fire under the hood. Just be ready to get out.
We killed another one.
Caution is out. A chain reaction accident down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Aric Almirola, Kyle Busch, Clint Boyer, Brian Vickers, the drivers involved. Almirola clearly getting the worst of the damage.
Behind Michael Lynette. Looks like Vickers just cut Larson off a little bit, and that just started the whole thing.
So two separate incidents that combine. 55-43 have contact in the jam up. Clint Boyer hits Kyle Busch, and then they all come together. Wow.
Elliott's able to make that pass 2 at a time. Easy. No. Oh, no. Leffler gets into him. Oh, that's terrible. And Almirola gets contact as well, and a caution is out. Clements gets involved. Slides back up. I'm sure Jason Leffler's going to say, well, he lifted too soon, but it's your job there to judge off of that car in front of you. Hornaday got past. There's Clements as he gets swept up in it. The 89.
Crash back straightaway. This will be the race.
The race is over.
Here they come. Around to the line, looking for the flag. 4 cars involved in the back. Johnson takes the white flag. Dale Jr., Kyle Busch, caution is out. It's over in Atlanta. That was the official restart of overtime. The next flag would end the race. They did come to the line for the white flag under green. Caution out.
And then Carl Edwards came in there and took them all 3 wide.
See what happened
deep in the field on the back straightaway. Cars go spinning, including David Reagan, who ended up against the outside wall. That's Almirola smoking. On the left is Reagan. There's at least 4 cars involved. Another look in progress. There's Almirola, Reagan, Ryan Blaney, and the 4th car involved was Landon Castle.
Oh, we got a crash. Almirola's into the wall. So we are under our 8th caution now. As I don't know if he got any assistance, but Aric Almirola was running 7th. All right, here's what happened. Oh, he just got up.
Yeah, he got loose getting down into the corner. Forced him as he tried to keep it off the 12 car. Turned around into the wall. Boy, he had a really solid day also.
Leffler manages to duck underneath quickly. Everybody else as well.
We're under caution at lap 70 for a crash involving Brian Scott's 33 and Aric Almirola's 43. Let's show you from the Goodyear blimp what brought out this 4th caution of the day. Here's Brian Scott way down on the bottom of the racetrack in the 33.
And here's Almirola up here. And then Brian Scott's coming up the hill, up the hill, up the hill. The 43 is going, and then it's hard to tell if the 43 got loose and had to get out of the gas a little bit.
Well,
we have an
onboard view.
That's the first chance I got to see the replay. It's pretty obvious what happened. The 33 was obviously a dart without feathers and come across the racetrack and run right into me. So it's a shame for our farmland team. Our Ford Fusion was getting a lot better. We didn't start off the race like we wanted to, but we had certainly gotten it a lot better. And man, he just come from all the way at the bottom of the racetrack and run into me. It's just frustrating. You know, he's not even racing this series for points. He's out there having fun because his daddy gets to pay for it, and he wrecks us. You know, it's frustrating.
Is going to crash big.
Crash out of turn number 4. A multi-car pileup. Aric Almirola, his car all torn up. That is Michael Waltrip on the right side in the 43.
It looked like the 33 car of Brian Scott. Something. And watch Danica right there. Man, that was a lick.
Evasive action. Here's the ham cam on Almirola's car.
Or say hi.
Whoa! No, Johnson's out of it. He can't go.
Big wreck going to happen here on the front straightaway.
No, man! You are kidding me?
Pretty well blocked. So here's the restart.
It's a nice jump here.
Yeah, he starts to go, but it looks like when he shifts.
That's where he shifted third.
Third, and it just didn't. Something happened.
And then here comes trouble.
It's on from there.
Look who this takes out: the 78, the 4, 47. All these cars piling in there, nowhere to go. Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Bam, right into the 24.
Kyle Busch.
The steering wheel spun around and caught my pinky finger. So I think it's maybe broke. It's pretty swollen, pretty tender. Hate it. We had a really good car. We got stuck back in traffic, and then I got a flat left rear, and so we had to come in pit and got 2 laps down. And we worked really hard to get back on the lead lap, and we were actually making a lot of progress. It just took us all race to get back on the lead lap, and I hate that our day's going to turn out like that. That's a shame.
Now, clearly one of the worst looking incidents of the entire test session for all 3 series on the backstretch. Aric Almirola from Joe Gibbs Racing makes some contact coming down the track and ends up on his roof. Fortunately, only the car was damaged. It was a very scary looking tumble, mostly because he was upside down for quite a while, but the safety crews of the track got the car back on its wheels and got Almirola out, but a tough way to get accustomed to Daytona.